Hey guys, welcome to Ask Sadi. This is our first segment of me answering all the questions that you wrote in about. So we're going to go ahead and go through my favorite ones and let you know the answers to all of those questions. So here we go with 707 Ripe OT. They wrote in, why do my eyes dilate when I fry? Well, if you're frying right now, you might not get it. But if you have had experiences or are coming off of a high, there are a few reasons. The most common one is because of the low light level, which automatically makes your eyes dilate. Otherwise, if you are on drugs such as acid or LSD, you're basically fucking with your serotonin level in your brain, which just makes all your chemicals go whack, and that's one of the reactions, and your eyes can be dilated for a few hours or the whole entire trip. So if you're going on a trip, I always like to pack my sunglasses. This next question comes from Agner111. He wrote in, I like this girl a lot at school, but the problem is she already has a boyfriend. What do I do? Well, this can depend on a few things. Number one, is her boyfriend your friend? If he is, don't even mess with it. If he's not, you can kind of just see where things go, and she's still available. They're not married. Also, how long have they been together? If it's not too long, go for it. What do you have to lose? But if it's for a long time, you don't want the title of as a homewrecker. So it's a wishy-washy situation, but make your best judgment and do your thing. Okay, our next question comes from Scary Rider 1830. Who do you think is more ticklish, guys or girls? I'm going to base this answer off one fact. Girls are more emotional, so I would have to go with girls, because if you put tickling into emotions, we express a lot more of it. Okay, here's a fun one. Sidewinder videos. How big are your boobs? Well, here's where I want you to take a guess and leave me a comment, and I want you to think and make a guess at how big my boobs are. Our next question is from Lad475. I have 3 boyfriends and 5 girlfriends, and I want them all. Help. God, what an issue you have going on here. First of all, I would drop a girlfriend and add a boyfriend so the playing field is even. That way no one's left out, unless you guys go both ways. I don't know. So that'd be fun. If they don't all know about each other, you might want to compact your group into maybe one guy and one girl, maybe have a threesome. I don't know. But if you all do know about each other, which is quite kinky, I must tell you, all I have to say is throw a foam party and wear protection. Our next question is from Warm Milk Second, I think. Okay. Our next question is from Warm Milk Second, and they asked, what games do you like to play? Well, my favorite games are drinking games, go figure. And I would have to narrow that down to King's Cup, because I always forget the rules, which means I always lose, and then I just get drunk really fast. So that would probably be my favorite game. Naked Twister is always fun. Rock Band School. So, there's some good times, I guess, depending on the liquor. Okay, our next question is from BeautyBox TV, asking, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is black. I don't know if that considers a color, but black goes with everything. It's hot and it's intriguing, if you will. So I like a little mystery. So that's probably my favorite color. Maybe black and red. From Dark Warrior Priest writes in, what's the best place to take a girl out on a first date? Well, I will tell you where not to take a girl, and that's the movie theater, because there's nothing more awkward than sitting beside someone you barely know their first name, and you can't get to know anyone. So stay away from places that restrict you from talking. Definitely start out with a nice dinner, ease into cocktails. I like to go see shows after, like my band playing down the street, an activity like rafting, canoeing, something outdoorsy, maybe going for a hike or the Greenbelt. There's all sorts of fun stuff. Kind of find out what she likes to do first, or her hobbies and interests, and maybe take her, she's an outdoorsy type, go on a hike, and just treat her right, whatever you do. Okay, so our next question is from IBMX. He writes in, hi Sadie, do girls ever consider dating guys shorter than they are? And if so, how much, and what is the height difference range? Okay, I'm going to start out by saying everyone has their own preference. Me personally, I'm 5'4". I like my guys to be 6 feet or taller. That's me. Some girls like shorter guys. It's just kind of all about what you like. I base mine off what I like in the bedroom. You know how that goes. So, some girls do like guys who are a little shorter. Not a big deal. I mean, if you're right on range, no worries. I guess the range would be like 3 inches shorter, maybe. Be a little too short. I don't know. As long as they can throw on a pair of heels and still move and groove with you. So. I'm like trying not to diss anyone, you know? So this next comment is from I Can Fly 303. Writes in, what is the meaning of life? Well, shit. Life is pretty complicating, but it definitely is what you make it to be. If you are totally paranoid and freaking out thinking the world's out to get you, then that's going to be what your life is meant to be. That's the meaning of your life. But if you go out and you make something of yourself and you do good to others and you just help change the world, we're all here for a reason. It is what, you want to get out of it. So just keep on pushing through and don't give up. Alrighty, our next question is from All Right, Okay. What's the best way to win your ex back even though they are in a relationship? I'm going to go back to the other question of trying to get the girl if she's already in a relationship the same way. That totally depends on the circumstance. I don't know if you really want to fuck with that. If you do, my advice is what I did one time was not to make it awkward. I wrote my ex a letter and I just put all this energy into it, told him how I felt and everything. And in it, I said, I just have to throw this to the universe. And by him not responding was my answer that I needed. So I would go maybe about writing her a letter, but you have to be ready for any response you get. So if they, don't want you like that anymore, just understand that's the way it's meant to be and move on because you're obviously worth something and someone will love you. Okay. Here's to you. All right. Our next question is from Furch Triple O, asking, on average, how many times would anyone have sex in their lifetime? Well, let's do the math here. On a worldwide average, people have sex 106 times a year. So if you did a 50-year duration of sex, that means you would have sex 5,300 times in a lifetime. So, okay, we have a question from Wise Guy asking, what do you think of all the stories of what's supposed to happen in 2012? Interesting. Personally, I think it's a hoax. And I will tell you why. Everyone thinks that the world is going to end in 2012. Well, wasn't something supposed to happen in Y2K, the year 2000? Nothing did, of course. Okay, so for our last question here, M. Duncan 1234, clever, wrote me, are you a smoker? Well, I am. I'm not promoting it, but I am a smoker. And subtitles in English asks, what brand of cigarettes do you smoke? And I smoke Camel No. 9s, the pink pack, because they're hot. Okay. All right, so we just finished our first segment on Ask Sadie. I want to thank all of you guys for responding with your questions. Some of them were a little perverted, you know who you are. But some of them were pretty interesting. We covered dating, boob size, 2012, what kind of cigarettes I smoke, all kinds of stuff. So in order to keep this going, we need more questions. I really want to know what you're thinking. Ask me anything you want. And if there's something that you want us to do a hot facts video on, let us know and we'll make a future video on it. So leave me a question. All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. I had a lot of fun today. Go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. And when you leave a comment in my box, leave a question for me so we can answer that in our next video. And make sure to subscribe to our channel. Peace.